Good morning, everyone. Today is our lesson on pronouns. It's basically a lesson that is present in class 10's book of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So, the topic for today is kinds of nouns. Now, what are pronouns? First, we have to understand what are pronouns for the kinds to be understood. There are many kinds, but the most prominent are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of them. So, pronoun is basically a word that is used instead of a noun. Now, instead of a noun, so we have he, she, they, them, we, us. All these words are called pronouns because they are used instead of the noun. Now, pronouns could be for places, pronouns could be for people, pronouns could be for animals, and pronoun could be for things as well. And they usually use in the second sentence. In the first introductory sentence, we tend to use the noun, but in the second sentence, we tend to use the pronoun to avoid repetition of the noun. So, kinds of pronouns. Now, the first kind of pronoun is the possessive or personal pronouns. Now, possessive or personal pronouns are usually the pronouns like my, mine, our, ours, your, yours, their, theirs, hers, and many more. But they are in the first person, second person, and third person changes the form. They are called possessive or personal pronouns. Now, all these ones that I've said are possessive pronouns. There are many more as well. So we can't say that we are going to limit ourselves to only these pronouns. There are many more. The next type of kinds of pronouns that we have is a reflexive pronoun. Now, reflexive pronouns are those pronouns which, to make it simple, to make it non-grammatical, to make it simple. So we have possessive pronoun plus self with it. How would we do that? Let's make it easy for you. Possessive pronouns my plus self is equal to myself. This becomes a reflexive pronoun. It is what we have from a possessive pronoun plus self, we get a reflexive pronoun. Now, we could have more as well. Yourself, your plus self is equal to yourself. This is just made easy. It could be grammatical, it could not be grammatical, but it is something that you can easily understand. You just plus self with all of them, themselves, them, possessive pronoun or personal pronoun plus self is called themselves. This way we know how to do them and self. Themselves. So we know what reflexive pronoun now looks like. The third type of pronoun, that is demonstrative. Now, what is demonstrative? Anything. Now, demonstrative, I've already made a little point for you so that you're able to understand it. It's in front of your eyes. This, that, these, those. So, what does it show? It shows when you are pointing towards an object, then we use demonstrative pronoun. Now, let me give you an example. We have this book is mine. Now, demonstrative pronoun. Now, where is it? It's this book, the book that I have lying here. We are talking about that book, and that book is called, in demonstrative form, we would use the word this for it. If in case, let's say it was in plural term, these books are mine. something that points towards an object or a person is called demonstrative pronoun. Now, the next one and the most important, the one we tend to use colloquially as well when we are speaking or when we are writing English, that is indefinite pronoun. Now, as the word shows, indefinite, something or a word. For instance, let's say the word is, as I've written. Can you see some of the words that I've written? Any, some, few, much, many, and several. None of these words show how much of something is being used. Any could be anything. Some, it could be 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liters. We don't know. Then few, we don't know the count of people. It could be 10 people. It could be many people. But we don't know the count. The same way goes for the rest of the indefinite pronoun. So, example of indefinite pronoun, we bought a few apples. Now, how many did we buy? We're not sure of. So, that's why we use indefinite pronoun when we don't know the actual number of the things that we are buying or the things that we have bought and we are not sure of the number. Now, the next one is, and the most important one, I think so all of them are important, but the most important one is relative pronoun, the one that has been repeatedly used in the 9th book and in the 10th book. So, relative pronoun is who, whose, which and that. When we are trying to bring two sentences, basically relative pronoun is used when we are trying to bring two sentences together with one word. He is the boy who helped me with my work. Now, relative pronoun is basically used when we are trying to bring two sentences together to make it one without adding extra words to it. He is the boy who helped me with work. So, over here, who is the relative pronoun which has brought these two sentences together and made it one. The last and the final one is called interrogative pronoun. Now, we know what interrogation is. Interrogation is when we are being questioned, isn't it? So, when we are being questioned, let's say we are being questioned. So, what are we going to do? We are going to use all the question words. Now, which one are the question words? The question words in English are who, whom, where, how, what, when. All these are basically question words. Who are you? Who? We must be talking about a person, isn't it? That's why we are saying who. So, all the words which have a question, all the words which are question words are called interrogative pronouns. So, let's have a brief recap. Today's lesson was about kinds of pronouns. Kinds of pronouns are possessive or personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, which includes this, that, these and those. Then we have indefinite pronoun, which are any, some, few, much, many, several. Then we have relative pronouns, which are who, whose, which and that. The last and the final word is the interrogative pronoun, which has a question word in it. So today's lesson was about kinds of pronouns, and I hope all of you understood something and try to take benefit out of this lesson. Thank you so much.